Hi, I'm Shelby Williams. Um, my testimony started at the age of 12. I was invited to go to a birthday party of a friend of mine, and at this birthday party, there had been older kids there. They had started to drink, and there was a boy there who seemed very nice, and he took interest in me. And as a young girl, Um, I was excited to know that someone thought I was pretty. Someone took interest in me. And at that age, had no idea the things that older boys were capable of. And he began to flirt with me. And we, um, from what I felt, was nothing out of the ordinary until he began to take advantage of me in ways that weren't appropriate for a 12-year-old girl. And that night just seemed to leave a mark on me. It it made me feel something inside of me that just, I don't know, I guess it clicked that that's love. That was the only way to know if you were pretty or not, to know if you were worth having, was if someone only found your physical attractions to be worth anything. Anyway, from that age on, I began to explore immoral lives that I had no business at that young of an age to even explore at all. And as I got older, I began to live a life consumed by promiscuity. I gave precious gifts that should have been mine to save for the partner that I was meant to be with for the rest of my life, and I did not cherish it. And I know sometimes people hear these testimonies and they're like, oh gosh, don't put that on stage. Well, I'm telling you that these are more common than we know. And they're swallowing up our youth more than we know. Because we think that this physical love is what's more important. That if I'm not loved physically by somebody, then I'm not pretty. I'm not worth it. I'm not good enough. And it's heartbreaking. I began to party, lose myself in experimenting with drugs, with alcohol, just drifting from God farther and farther. And the thing that blew my mind the whole time that I pushed myself away from God, I would be in church services and I would still feel the power of God touch me. His spirit would break out on me and I would begin to speak in tongues. And at the end of every service, I would say, God, why are you encountering me? I just spent my whole weekend partying with people that could care less about me. But here I am at your altar and you're still pulling at me. You're still calling me. I am filth. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve anything that you have for me. There was an event that my youth group went to every year. And I usually went with them. And this was the one year that I told myself, you know, I've got to change. I've got to do something different. because I'm losing friends, good friendships that I needed desperately, and I had destroyed them with my careless behavior. Anyway, I went to a youth event in South Carolina called Shabbat, and Eddie James happened to be there. He was one of their main singers for their events. And my youth leader, she jokingly told me, she said, "How awesome would it be if you got to be on Eddie James' team?" And I said, "That would be insane. That would make my life." Well, she pulled me to the side and she said, "Why not? Why not? You have amazing talent. You're anointed. Why would you not be good enough to be on that team?" And I immediately responded, "Because I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for any of it. I don't deserve to be up there." And she grabbed me and she said, "Pray about it. Because you are." And the second night of service, I prayed to myself. I said, "God, I need a turnaround. I need something different. I need a change. And I promise with everything in me that if you give me this, I will change. I will make a difference." And I prayed. I said, "Lord, if this is what you want for me, make my heart beat out of my chest." I kid you not, I stood in that altar and felt like my heart was going to pound off of my body. I went out to their table and I said, "Who do I speak to about joining your team? I'm not just in this because I think I'm a good singer. I need this. I'm desperate. Please." And they pointed me in the direction of their praise team leader. And I poured my heart out to her, told her my story. 2 days later, she looks over my videos that I had recorded of me singing on my Facebook. And within 8 hours, I was traveling to Alabama to where they were stationed. And I got to travel for 2 to 3 months with them. And in the midst of being with them every single day, God wrecked my heart. God cleaned me up, and He showed me that I was worth every single day that I got to be there. And in the time that I was there, I found out that God blessed me with an angel in my womb that I had no idea was there. And we would go to services at the ramp that was led by Karen Wheaton. And they would have prayer every morning, and we would join in. And one morning, I believe it was the day that my parents come down to take me home so that I could take care of this blessing properly. And God spoke to me and said, "That blessing that's within you, you are to name him Isaiah Kadesh." And I did. And he's a wonderful boy. And I thank God for my son, for all of my children, because they have saved me. That little boy gave me a new life. He gave me a chance to be somebody who was worth it. And now I have the power within me to overcome anything that comes my way. And if God can do it for me, He can do it for you.